Hello guys, it's Rocks here, bringing you another video, Miners Haven. Start doing other things soon, but here. And I'm giving you a pretty overpowered setup. I got tdD-SxD from it. I just wanted to give a shout out to Laser 1785 because he really got me into looping. I use different loops though. Keep in mind this setup is going to be quite costly. It's going to cost you UD at the very least. If you don't have tdD to get suspended lava refiners, just use thermal crushers and loop them instead. So we start off here. We're gonna have a tonium mine, or any mine really, as long as it's like the OP rebirth one. So use Yonium, use Atomium, and use Newtonium if you want. Then it goes into a gated eclipse because this could add 1 QD. And it also has some pretty good multipliers, and ores come out of it often. And then 2 normal scourgingers. It gets teleported. Bring them here, and then you're gonna want to loop your things. I put suspended refiner there for so I can get ores up to 1 QD. Well, it goes up to 1 QN, but by 70%. Whereas these things only upgrade by 50%, and the ores need to be worth 1 QD to upgrade. And then after these start blinking a whole lot and they're upgraded to the max, I put a reversible here so I can change the direction. It's gonna loop here with transistors, which are pretty good as well. I might actually start making it just like a conveyor setup with these, but you never know. And then after it hits a couple of these babies, these bad boys, these puppies, after these, I don't know, these things are like always blinking. Just give it like 10 minutes. I wouldn't say 10 minutes. Like 6 or 8 minutes to loop around the transistors after these are fully looped. And then once you feel it's been long enough, you make them go into a teleporter or just conveyor belt that leads to right here. And here's my little setup. I did 3 flaming ore scanners with 10 BBBs. This is a little risky because ores can just easily get flung, but I'm a risky dude. And you're gonna want the wild spore to put out the fires. I'm gonna say the overlord devices are necessary. Catalyst, you're gonna want to pop some orbitals there, use that little cheeky thingy to make it always hit the clockwork. Get into a quantum, more orbitals, twitch, which you should have, professional upgraders, which you might have, or illuminators, another spore, because spores can be upgraded, can upgrade illuminated ore. Yeah. And then it's gonna come through 8 conveyors that will drop into 4 ore zappers and then into a Tesla reset. I used to have 2 BBBs, 2 big bad blasters here, but I realized it was a little too risky, so I ditched that. And then you're just gonna want to move it here, and then it's gonna get flung into from an ore cannon to a big Bertha. Same thing I use right here, except instead of BBBs, you're gonna want to use orbitals, then a spore, quantum, twitch, catalyst, little thingy to make it always hit the clockwork. It's gonna get replicated because we actually have scourging here, and it's gonna hit the overlord, which again I'm saying is necessary just to make sure. And then you're gonna have 2 lightning bolts. You can use more than 1, but it's a little risky. And then more than 2, but it's a little risky. And then it's gonna hit a flaming scourginger. You can add more BBBs here if you like. I don't recommend it though. Definitely don't. And I put this here, not the normal one, because even though the normal one allows more ores to come through and has and the upgrade things are well, it can't make ores negative is what I'm trying to say. But the thing here is these have a chance to upgrade ores by 200, not percent, times 200. That will be the equivalent, I believe it's 20,000%. So yeah. And then it's gonna hit the professionals, illuminator again, and I'm not so sure if the excal will be necessary, but yeah, I don't think it's necessary. You could use your eternal journey or whatever. It should still work pretty darn fine. Yeah, yeah, it should be working okay. So many things coming through. Yeah, and that's basically on my setup. Whoa, mouse isn't working for some reason. Okay, that was weird. Again, oh yeah, I also put a spore inside the Gate of Eclipse because it has a broken hitbox. Almost forgot about that. Remember to put that there. It's useful. This does require some rare things, as you can see. There's an exotic, a rare reborn item, several sort of rare reborn items. You got things that cost tdD, though it's not necessary. It could be undone civilian, which isn't too terribly hard to get, depending on what life you are and how good you are at playing this game. It does also require more one touch power, but it's so common you should honestly have it. And transistors, which will be pretty hard to get your hands on. So yeah. But apart from that, oh yeah, and the overload devices. I want to say that this is a high-end setup, and only people with high rebirths and have a lot of money and other stuff should really use this. You could if you have low rebirths, but like you're gonna need a lot of reborn items. Matter of fact, let me just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Technically 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, technically 30, 40, yeah, 40 reborn items. That's pretty high end. So it wouldn't be impossible to get 282 SxD, but still, this is more like a very high tdD to QDD, but sometimes QND, because I had QND from this setup, and that was before I put the flaming. So yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, also you're gonna want this replicator because ores are not always gonna come through with flaming, so more ores equals more likelihood. And anyways, that's basically all I have to say in this video. So remember guys, stay you, stay cool, be awesome. Peace.